It is my distinct pleasure to honor my guest, HookahJohn, for today. I am Annie B., your host for the day. I'm so excited, HookahJohn. Can I call you HookahJohn or HJ or John?
Yeah, HookahJohn, John works. Either one works.
Yeah, Big J, Big HJ.
Something like that. Whatever you want.
All right. Well, I'm super excited because I'm a big follower of HookahJohn and I'm a fan. And I want to kind of get into the nitty gritty and discover a little bit about who you are. Like, where were you born? Tell me about you.
Is it going to be like that? Questions like where were you born? What's your favorite hookah tobacco and all that?
It may be.
I was born in Massachusetts.
The Boston. So are you an East Coaster or West Coaster? Where does your allegiance lie?
At this point, West Coast all the way.
Yeah. Biggie Smalls or?
It took me a while. It took me a while to get used to the East Coast. I came here when I was to get used to the West Coast. I was here, since I was 15.
Yeah. I wonder what you were like when you were 15. You play any instruments?
Yeah, I do. Oh, by the way, we got to tell them all that I don't know any of the questions that are coming our way. So I'm going to be taking, these are just random questions that I have not been prepped with.
Damn straight. So I hope you're ready.
Yeah, all right.
I'm going to bring it.
All right. Well, bring it. It's brought?
Is it brought?
All right, go ahead. So what was the question?
Tell me what you said. Are you musically talented? Tell us what we don't know.
I don't know about talent. I do play the guitar, or at least I used to. Those are in my younger days. I haven't picked up a guitar and I will mess around here in the office with the guitar once in a while, but no, I'm not really a musician anymore.
Ever play in public?
Oh, yeah, backyard parties, some nightclubs when we were underage. Yeah, heavy metal music back in the, late 80s, early 90s.
Heavy metal? I'd have pegged you as a classical type of guy. So what kind of do were you rocking back then, 80s?
Oh, I had a Hessian haircut. My hair would come down. I'd pull it down past my chin and just bang my head back then. Yeah. I don't know if anybody knows that, but yeah.
Is there any footage we could find on the internet? Maybe iTunes, we can purchase a song?
No, but one of my good friends, bandmates from back in the day, he did actually hit me up with a party that we were playing at back in, I would have to guess, 91, 92. And it's pretty awesome, but the quality is terrible because it's on VHS. But I enjoyed watching it, and he's going to try to remaster it and put it out for public consumption.
There you go, folks. You just got to check out your local antique store. Maybe you can find a little VHS of Big HJ HookahJohn.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about something serious, something that all of us ladies really want to know. I'd like to talk a little bit about your grooming. I see that you've been rocking this beard for a while. Is this a forever type of thing? Is this a Movember type of thing? What's going on?
I don't know. It comes out of laziness, I guess. And I feel like it suits me a little better than fully shaven. In my generation, we were always fully shaven. When I was in my 20s, I wouldn't let my hair grow out at all, a beard or anything. I don't think I could have grown a beard like this, and I still can't grow the beard that I want to. But no, I definitely do it out of, I don't know why.
So you manscape like all over, or shave those legs?
Not the legs.
Nair?
No legs, no arms. Everything else, yes.
All right, everything in between? I knew it.
Yeah.
So a couple of ladies have commented in the past that you're like John Clooney with the silver streak. Is that natural? What's going on with that?
It's all natural.
What?
It's all natural.
Naturally graced. Any relation to George Clooney?
Not that I'm aware of. I hope so. That'd be great.
What about body piercings?
Nothing above the waist.
Is that right? No ear piercings, nose piercings, nipple piercings?
No, I never got into that.
No? It's not your style? What about tattoos? Any you're willing to admit to?
Nothing that I'm going to show today.
Ever had one removed? Maybe a name? Or is there a HookahJane in your life ever?
No HookahJane.
None of that?
Yeah. No HookahJane tattoo.
Tell me about your mani-pedi lifestyle. You doing that yourself, or are you going to the salon? Is the pandemic good to you, or?
Yeah, I've gotten, I think, one mani-pedi in my life to try it, and it's just not for me. I'm kind of bougie, but like with limits. I don't really need someone like grooming me.
No? What about your man jewelry?
I don't have any. I forgot to wear my watch today. I wear a watch when. Is there a point with COVID to wearing any man jewelry?
It's nice to look pretty, dress up. What about your footwear? You got any stilettos in that closet?
No stilettos. No, I'm pretty simple. I get good stuff, but just like one of everything or two of everything, and then they last me years. Like these shoes are from HEW 2.
Wow. I was at HEW 2. It was a great time.
Yeah, Hookah Expo Worldwide was great. We just got the news today that Vegas is starting to really loosen some restrictions. So we're about to announce a date. I can't tell you when yet, but things are looking good, and we're thinking in October of 2021. So we'll announce that soon.
Nice. You heard it here first. The semi-breaking news about HEW coming soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, tell me, let's continue on into this man grooming. I'm a little curious. Have you ever had any work done?
What kind of work? Like to the house?
That nose real?
This nose is real, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Anything of Botox?
Nope.
Fillers?
No.
Tell us
Nothing
your secrets.
exciting. Nothing exciting.
No?
Secrets to what?
You were thinking about it,
Yeah.
Breast aug?
I had them removed. Yeah.
All right, there you go. Calf implants?
Nope.
Those abs real?
I'm trying to think. Do I do anything that's all right? Once in a while, I will throw in a non-permanent hair gel with black color in it to hide the grays, but it doesn't do a good job. Like,
Scandalous.
does it look any different when I don't use it?
No.
It just
I think it's better with the grays.
better with the grays. I don't know. Yeah, thinking about coloring, but see, you can color your hair easily, but coloring facial hair is a pain, and so that's why I'm not too into it.
You might stain the pillow. All right, let's get down really to the nitty-gritty. Boxers or briefs?
Boxers when you're chill, briefs when you've got to like lift. You got to support the cubes, you know.
All right, you pee standing up or sitting down?
Standing up.
Do you leave the toilet seat up?
No.
He
no.
sits down at night.
He's well trained.
At night, yeah. Some nights I'll admit. Sometimes you got to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Too tired, too lazy to even stand. So you go there and like almost pass out and do your business. It's not too manly, but you know sometimes you just have to do that.
So you mentioned playing in a band in the 80s. You look good for your age. So you moisturizing or what's up with that?
Moisturizing.
Yeah, tell us about your daily routine.
Well, moisturizing is one thing. The daily routine is something else. Moisturizing, just that. What's that brand that I use? I have some here that, just some men's body lotion.
Oh, yeah?
Nothing major, like what is it? I don't know if it's Vaseline Men's or something like that. I don't know. Valvoline Men's, something like that. Yeah.
You buy that stuff by like the bucket or using store-bought samples?
Amazon Prime. It's simple stuff. It's just, you know.
It's the way to go.
Yeah. Product. You're talking product. No, the routine. Get up, shower. If my face needs any trimming, any of the hair on my face needs trimming, I'll do that. But I try to look pretty decent and presentable every day.
Yeah. And I know you're into your wine. You talk a lot about Dow and but what about like your coffee drinking? Are you Starbucks or Pete's Coffee? What kind of person are you?
Homemade. Maybe the Costco Kirkland stuff or Costco Kirkland brands, another brand. Not too picky on that. Just as long as it's made right and just straight black.
Oh, yeah?
Those are the three liquids that I allow in my body for the most part, and it's every day. Just coffee, water, and wine.
Nice, nice. I also hear you talking about your car quite a bit on some of these videos that you make, but tell me, what was the first car you ever bought?
Let's see. If it was probably 1980, I don't know.
1980 something?
Yeah. It was a 66 Ford Mustang piece of shit car.
Nice.
That was my first car. That's what I could afford at the time.
Yeah? Are you more of a manual or an automatic type of guy?
You know, when I was younger, I was a manual. I really appreciated it more, but the technology is so great with the cars out now that they only come automatic now, and I don't even use the paddle shifters at all. So just pretty boring in auto.
Yeah, but I hear you're into your cars nowadays. What are you driving today?
Well, same thing I've been for the last few years. AMG, I'm a big Mercedes fan and AMG fan. And I love it. I love driving. It's funny, some people have a weekend car and a weekday commute car. Well, I use my better car for my weekday commute car because it doesn't fit the full family. So I drive that to work every day and then just drive a Dodge Durango on the weekend so I can haul stuff around.
Nice, nice. How often you wash that car of yours?
We have a every 2 week guy that comes by and does it, but sometimes on the weekends I'll touch it up myself.
You ever smoke hookah in that car of yours?
In one of the cars, not the current one, not the everyday. It's too hard. I drive pretty aggressively, spirited, I guess that's the right term.
Spirited driver.
Yeah, so I don't think a hookah would work in that car. But when we have the work SUV and we take road trips to Vegas and stuff, we'd set up a hookah in there.
Use a blinker, or are you that guy that just owns the road?
I always use a blinker, and it's mainly for my safety. As I get older, I need to confirm that people know about me rather than me knowing about them.
That's good stuff, John. That's good stuff. All right. Well, let's move on a little bit from the cars. This is nice to learn about what you're driving.
Yeah, I'm glad you're not asking me what got you into hookah and what flavor is your favorite, because the way I look at it, hookah is just complimentary to what we're doing. So I'm enjoying your time here, and we have hookah on the side. But go ahead with, I'm really appreciating these questions.
I'm definitely going to get into the hookah, but I'm saving the best for last. There are some burning questions I have about the hookah. Some of the things you may have spoken about in the past, but some things maybe not. But we'll get there. All you
right.
Ever drive a motorcycle?
Yeah, I've ridden a motorcycle before.
Yeah, is that your jam or not so much anymore?
No, I've never owned one. I've owned a scooter when I was in high school, whatever you call those things. What do you call those things?
Moped?
Yeah, mobilette.
That is hot.
But I never owned a motorcycle, but I had friends where I'd borrow them. One time, I had a neighbor who was a Harley guy, and he took me to his garage, and he said, "Why don't you go ahead and pick one?" And we went on a cruise through the canyons, and I was able to do that. No problems. I can get on a bike right now, yeah.
Yeah, you think you could rock that hookah on the bike, or maybe not so much with the wind?
Yeah, maybe with a really good enclosed heat management device. Yeah. I don't think you'd be able to. I don't think it'd be worth it.
If anyone could do it, though. Tell me about your physical activity. Any sports you play?
That I play currently? No. I can if I wanted to, but I definitely don't want to. I played sports as a kid. I'm not too active, more in like just weightlifting, and which I don't do, just basic stuff, push-ups.
So you mean all of this is a product of lifting the hookahs and the breathing exercises from smoking?
All of this is, I actually did take it seriously when I was younger, and just try to maintain weight, I guess, in my gut. That's the only problem I got going right now. A little bit. Here and there, I'll just little light weights, that's all. Yeah.
I've seen you running around at HookahJohn. You look like at the convention, you look like you maintain some speed.
Yeah, I gotta run around and make sure things are going good, sure. That's just like walking.
Yeah.
Brisk walking.
All right. So just between me and you, ever been arrested?
Sure, I have been arrested.
Solicitation or?
Nope.
Anything you want to admit to?
No.
All right.
Nothing that bad. Nothing that's out of the ordinary.
Yeah?
Maybe driving related. How about that?
Okay, driving related. All right,
Yeah.
we'll leave it at that.
I like
That's
to drive.
for the next show. We'll get to that the next show. Let's see now. Maybe we can move on. Have you ever... Let's see. In terms of your hookah, let's get down to it. There are some things I want to know. Because it's one thing what you see on video, but it's another thing in person. How often are you cleaning your hookahs?
Okay, I advise that you clean your hookah after every use, or let's say before every use. And that's what I do for the most part. But I will admit that at home, I get a little lazy, and I'll smoke it maybe 2, maximum 3 nights without cleaning them. But here in the warehouse is pretty good because we've got a staff, and they always keep my hookah clean and ready. So once a day is good.
Another burning question I have.
Burning.
When I smoke hookah, sometimes I put 2 coals, sometimes I put 3. What do you recommend?
It depends on the whole setup. The size of the bowl, the size of the coals. That's really a loaded question. We'd have to get into setups and all that stuff, but I don't think people care. I mean, do people care? Some people want to know. Some people are pros that are listening. On this bowl, the 80 feet bowl, I start out with 3. When they start to die down a little bit, let's say 20 minutes in, I'll add a 4th.
They can watch another video.
Yeah, they can watch another video on that. But.
What about hookah size? Does size count? I've seen these mini ones, or the big ones, the extra large, tall ones.
For home use, I'm using some of the smaller ones. Not mini ones, but smaller ones. They're just easy to put together, easy to clean. The Russian stainless steel ones are just easier. So I go for ease, because in the end, I'm getting the same result, whether it's a big, tall hookah or a small hookah.
Would you smoke a hookah that an amateur put together?
I do that every day. Every single day. The
First bowl of the day.
first bowl of the day, he's going to be mad. But and he's not an amateur. He's just not my style. And he does a pretty good job most of the time.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. What's your biggest pet peeve in the way people prepare their hookah?
prepare it for me or prepare it for themselves?
In general.
I don't know, man. As long as they can get it smoked and they're happy, that's good. But pet peeves, I don't know, maybe using their fingers instead of a fork to load the bowl with tobacco.
You check under their fingernails when they're working here? See who's doing what?
No, they wear, if you're going to use your fingers, you may as well put a glove on.
All right, that's a good...
The cheapest coal.
Yeah, I hate when people use shitty coal. You go to their house, they're like, hey, look, I just stocked up on a case of coals at the local wholesaler. And the wholesaler can't move them, so they give them to them as a gift. And they're like, great, these coals are blacking out now. Like, that is a pet peeve when I go to...
Yeah, no, there's a reason why it's not moving.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're getting coals on the cheap, it's because they don't move, they don't perform, and sometimes people like to stock up at their house when they have guests. And if I'm that guest and they're using cheap coals, I'm really not happy.
You're out when that happens. No, don't do that to HookahJohn. It's wrong.
Yeah.
What about hookah protections? We talked about gloves. Like, how do you feel about these tips? Like, are you pro-tip? Are you anti-tip?
Well, yeah, if you go to a public place and you're using a shared hookah, yeah, you have to have tips. I kind of like the ones that people make. They have lanyards and they put that over and they have their own tip. That's okay. But for me, I'm the only one using my hookah, so I'd never use tips.
Can you reuse a tip like this? If I took this and I put it in my pocket, any issue with that? Do they
Yeah,
last?
you can wash it out. It's going to last. We toss them. They're so cheap.
Now, I've been seeing you around the world, traveling between Germany and Russia and Mexico and all these other places. You've become a little bit of a celebrity. When I was in Tokyo, I was wearing a HookahJohn shirt and somebody recognized the brand. Why don't you tell me, what's the craziest place you've ever been?
Oh, I don't know. Crazy? Maybe Brazil. I mean, all of these countries that I've been to are great, but Brazil is just like a nonstop party. It's one of the hookah lounges I went out there, if I remember the name, was Jardins in Sao Paulo. And it's basically a nightclub, like Vegas style. And they come out with the sparklers and the bottles of Dom Perignon and loud music and people dancing and DJs. And, and they had great hookah. It was awesome. So usually you go to one place. You go to either a hookah lounge and you enjoy your hookah there, and then you go to a nightclub. Well, there, putting both together is just great, especially when the service is good. So, yeah, that was crazy just watching. I mean, in Brazil, the crowd is so energetic and they're all loving too. Hugs. Everyone that comes up to me gives me a hug. Whereas, like, you go to Germany and they're like, hi, HookahJohn, I just want to say hello. And they shake your hand, which is great too. It's just the cultural differences. But, yeah, Brazil is pretty amazing.
You consider yourself a touchy-feely type of guy?
Not really. Before COVID, I don't like hugs. I don't like kissing. I don't like any of that stuff, but I'll still do it. So
Tell us more about the experience of people going up to you every 5 feet just to say hi, take a picture.
yeah, I love that. Whenever I go around to hookah expos, people do, especially Russia, let's say, people were, and they could barely speak English. They just had to get they're like, John, photo, please, John, photo, please, John, photo. And there'd be like a line of people, and I never say no, except for this one time. I had to go to the bathroom. I'd been holding it for hours. And this couple came up and like, can we take I go, no, I just have to go to the bathroom and I'll be right back. I promise. And the look on their face was just like so let down. And I was like, God, I just need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And I felt so bad for them. And I got out of the bathroom. They were there. We took our picture. Yeah. An arm around the shoulder is the best. I like that. Yeah. I don't have a problem with that.
I actually experienced that with them.
Yeah, where?
Awesome. Somebody came up to me and I was like, HookahJohn? I was like, yeah, you want me to stop them?
HookahJohn has definitely become a worldwide international brand. How would you compare the international hookah scene to what we have here in the United States?
Ooh, the hookah scene. It's dull here. I definitely want to say that. Hookah lounges, just people go there and they sit there and they're in their corner and they're smoking hookah and they're just looking and they're just nodding their heads, to the beat of like some rap music, which is great. It just doesn't all go together. Hookah's social. Have some background music, not some blaring music. I know I said the club was awesome, but that was a club, a nightclub. But for a hookah lounge, I'm thinking about, like, ours is going to be open within a couple of months, the HKH Unwind HookahJohn Lounge, we want bright lights. We want you to be able to see the person at the other end of the lounge. You want to be able to see everything. You know, we don't want it to be dark and dingy and people do shady things in hookah lounges too. This is going to be a respectable place, and I just want it to be a giant social atmosphere where people are smiling, having a good time, and talking to each other. Imagine that, talking to each other over hookah. But yeah, they definitely do it right in these other countries. Like I already mentioned Brazil. Russia's amazing as far as their the lounges that I've been to there. They have Tangier's clubs, they have Hookah Place, and these are all franchises. That's how awesome they are. So you go to them and they'll be a little different, but they'll have the same like Hookah Place feel to it. And then Tangier's hookah lounges in Russia all have like almost an homage, the feeling to what like Tangier's is. And it's hard to describe, and maybe another time I'll get into what that means. It's not just serving the tobacco or serving Tangier's. They have their own style as well as a Tangier style to it. So it's pretty interesting. I should do a video just on that one day, maybe from there. Hookah Club show is supposed to be in May. You said you wanted to go, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
I'd love to be there. I'm very excited watching you grow over the last several years, starting especially with the hookah conventions, which have just grown. They're out of control. I'm super hoping that we're going to have one this year, depending on the pandemic and stuff like that. Any insight as to what might happen, what might not happen?
It's going to be a surprise because I don't even know yet. We're all recovering from this pandemic, hopefully. Hopefully we're in the recovery period. And I'm hoping that there will be so much excitement of people just being cooped up for the last year that it's going to be one of those amazing events where people are even more excited to seeing all their online hookah friends, all the brands coming out and showing what they've been working on over the last year, and hopefully some more entertainment like we did last year on Hookah Club 3, or Hookah Expo Worldwide 3. We had a couple of entertainers that came in. We had some awesome DJs, and I want to bring that up a bit so that just make it more lively than it has been.
There was definitely some world-class entertainment at the last hookah convention that I attended, and you had a singer there. I think he was from Canada.
Right.
He was unbelievable. I follow him now on Instagram. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. What was his name again? DJ
Carl Wolf.
Carl Wolf.
Carl
That's
Wolf.
right.
I'm a huge fan of Carl Wolf. His
Yeah.
music is out of control.
He is. He's pretty good. And I got to meet him. Nice guy.
Super Socko.
And Super Socko was
Yeah.
there. LA local. Yeah.
Yeah, Super Socko's local. He's a very talented guy. So now that you're expanding into having your own hookah lounge, now that you've been around the world and you've been to these different lounges and they have different feels, music and lighting and service, how's your lounge going to be different from what we're seeing here in SoCal?
Well, that's a good question. How's it going to be different? We are going to have basically all the inspirations that I got from going around the world, mainly Brazil, Germany, Russia, the Middle East. I've been to Lebanon quite a few times, and I want to put all of that culture and make it into something unique to HookahJohn, because I've been able to experience all the different cultures of people and their hookah style. And also I've brought a lot to the hookah world too. So it's going to be a lot of HookahJohn products, but it's also service that I would expect going to a hookah lounge. Russia is big on that. Again, just briefly, the way Russian hookah lounges present you your product is something that I think is amazing. And when we're saying the U.S. is lacking, you go into a hookah lounge, they give you a menu and you pick what flavor you want and your hookah comes. And it's got to be more interactional. Interactional, is that a word? There needs to be more interaction between the patrons and the hosts.
I like that HookahJohnism, interactional. That's you're right. When I go to a hookah lounge, I feel like it's the same stuff on the menu. I feel most of the time that there's a little bit of an art to packing the bowl, and I feel like they might not be placing enough emphasis on the mechanics of the hookah. So a lot of times it doesn't work, doesn't smoke right, it's burned.
Well, yeah.
They take too long to bring new charcoals, or they bring a charcoal that just ruins the hookah. What would you tell those hookah?
Those
place
are
owners?
basics. Yeah, those are just the basics. We're going to go above and beyond that. All right, packing a bowl. Of course, you have to be able to do that. Coal service, yes. But like I said, the interaction between the staff and the customers there is really the most important aspect. You don't want someone to come in and order just the plain regular flavor that they're used to. Like, you don't want them to experience the same thing. The reason I don't go out to hookah lounges regularly is because I make a better hookah at home. Okay, so I want to do the opposite. I want you, when you come to the HookahJohn Lounge, is to have a better hookah than you do at home.
Yeah, I prepare hookah all the time at the house, but I have to say every time I come to the HookahJohn warehouse, I get a little special treatment. It's a little bonus to coming here. I take pay by hookah if you ever want to do that.
Yeah, and it's just, for us, it's pretty basic. Packing hookahs is just something that comes natural to us here at the lounge, at the warehouse. But we'll have it down even better and more consistent. There's going to be so many things. I kind of want to wait till we get closer to the opening to show you guys what I have in store as far as presentation, the type of products we're going to be serving, the atmosphere, the vibe. I don't want to give all that away right now because it is a little bit of a secret, and I hope I don't like people copying what we've worked for, but at the same time, when it comes to the hookah lounge, that'll be great. Go ahead and do better than what I plan on doing, because I already plan on doing better than what the lounges that are in business now are doing. So will I be the best one? I don't know. That remains to be seen. But if other lounges saw what I was doing and decided they want to one-up me on that, that's great. That's better for everyone.
You've definitely contributed a lot to the hookah community. There's been some chatter online about people attending this grand opening when it's going to happen from around the world. How do I get my own VIP ticket?
Well, you'll get one. Don't worry about that. I get you covered. We'll probably have, I'd say a week of events. Different people, because we're going to have different crowds coming in. We'll have a local crowd, grand opening, an international one, maybe interstate one, industry types. So I can't wait. The first few weeks is going to be really special as far as opening.
I'm very much looking forward to it. And there you have it, folks. A little insight as to HookahJohn, who he was, who he is today, and what's coming in the future. I want to thank you, HJ, for taking the time to chat and for this incredible hookah. And I look forward to seeing you at the grand opening.
That's awesome. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for going gentle on me. I thought you were going to be a little bit more pressing on some issues.
Well, we're definitely going to revisit the manscaping issue next time, because I feel like you were holding out. I'm looking at your brows, and I feel like those are a little too perfect. But you guys will have to wait for the next episode of this podcast.
All right. Thanks a lot, Annie.
You got it.